Hey folks, it's Tourism Tim here. We're one day, actually hours, less than, I guess, 24 hours away from the big grand opening at the 12th, excuse me, the 16th of November at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to just take, this will be the last video you get from me. I really appreciate your patience in watching all this. I can promise you that after this grand opening is done, you will not be getting videos from me nearly as frequently. So thanks for your patience. So what we want to cover today is the last couple questions. The biggie is, what's this thing going to cost? Is this a worthwhile investment to me? Is it worth my time? And so we're going to cover that, and we're going to review a couple of the last of the bonuses that are available, and that's it. So here we go. So the question is, is this worth it to me? And what's this thing going to cost? So here's the key question that you really should be asking for is, what's my return on investment? This is unlike when you're selling travel, which is an awesome investment in one's mental health. This is an investment in your business. This is an investment in your professional development and education that should pay over lifetimes and eons. So the reality is that when you invest in a course like this and you work the program, you study and you take action, and you take advantage of the special one-on-one coaching, the classes, the webinars, the office hours that are available only during this launch period, and you put them to action, you're going to make money on this. This is not going to cost you anything. This should give you a 10 times, 100 times return on investment over time. So this is really, it's not whether it's going to cost you anything. The proper question is, how much money can it make me? And really that varies depending on how much you're willing to invest in yourself. How much are you willing to take action? You've heard a lot of stories from various tourism professionals that have shared some of their breakthrough records, even in a down economy, even with tough competition. And these guys are having just record years. Why? Because they methodically and slowly applied the principles that you're going to get in this course, applied them and tweaked them, and then looked good with it for a while, and then you make some more changes and more improvement. So really that's the pathway to having success in this. And the other thing is I wanted to point out is that this course, this essentially, you get to try this thing risk-free for 60 days. Take 2 full months. And if you decide that this is not right for you, it's too complicated, for whatever reason, all you got to do is get a hold of me, and I'll give you a full refund of everything you paid, and I'll let you keep all the bonuses that you've experienced up until that time. And with the webinars and the one-on-one coaching and this and that, in the office hours, we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of value here. So really, there is no risk to you. This is a 60-day guarantee that if you don't like it, no risk, no hard feelings. Just give me a call. I only want people committed who are really serious about improving their business. So it's not what it's going to cost you, but I am going to tell you the price in a second, but more of how much is it going to help you make. And remember, the lessons that you learn and the actions you take are going to apply to your business for years and years and years. I'm going to show you this really cool return on investment calculator in a second, but first when Doreen, I interviewed her last Saturday, and if I know if you heard this, she said that one of her very, very best return on investments on money she spent versus what she's gotten in return was working with me. It was getting my guide, it was taking my trainings, it was following my advice, and I thought, wow, that's a pretty impressive statement and claim, because I know she spends a lot of money on a lot of different advertising. So I said, I'd asked her, Doreen, how much do you spend? And I wanted to share with you this email that she sent me. She said, hey Tim, the feeling's mutual. I was just congratulating her on her record year. It says, as for what we have spent on advertising in the past 5 years, we're talking over $100,000. This is US. Trade shows are anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 by the time we paid for space, travel, and materials. We've done several of those, at least 5 large consumer shows and more than a half a dozen agent shows. We spend anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a year, lately the latter, per year on pay-per-click, PPC. So our advertising dollar spent has been significant for our small business. It says, I will make the improvements on time, blah, blah, blah. This is from Bob and Doreen, Alaskan Tour Guides. Now, Doreen she shared she had a 45% increase in her sales this year, which is significant because she's competing against Carnival Cruise Lines and the major players. And that's really significant for a small to medium-sized enterprise. So my hat's off to her. So I just sharing that because if Doreen says, hey, this is the very best investment I've ever made, and my marketing, my education, and return on investment, wow, with that kind of money that she's spending, I think that's something that you should take to heart and and jump on this. So what I want to do is I want to show you. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go and show you the return on investment calculator that I had made for you, and God willing, it will be ready by tomorrow's grand opening. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. So, but one more thing before we get into the return on investment calculator, I wanted to point out. When I was in Canada, when I was looking at the Canadian Tourism College over the last few months, as we were talking about, they were wanting to improve their sales and marketing curriculum, and they were looking to my new course to help with that. They saw it. They really, really like it. Great program. Definitely if someone wants to really immerse themselves in all aspects of travel and hospitality, it's awesome. And you're going to spend, if you want to get a degree sort of program, you're going to be looking at a minimum of $10,000, which is a significant investment. And, it's going to be a lot of hours and a lot of time, and it's a very broad thing. So I thought, wow, $10,000. And, how much is that preparing you to, improve your bottom line today? Some, but I'm bringing up these numbers because I want to give you some perspective. The other thing is, as I said, that if you were to wanted to hire me for consulting, which I'm doing very little of right now because I'm wanting to leverage my knowledge and share it in courses like this and some other things more, you'd be looking at least $1,600 a day. Or if you wanted to hire me as a speaker, it'd be at least $1,600 a day plus travel plus expenses. And so you're talking a lot of money. When I do executive coaching for select clients who really want to take it to the next level, that's an investment of at least $1,200 to $1,400 a month for just 3 sessions live with me of about an hour each, plus a little bit of email. I'm not saying share this to brag, but I'm sharing it to give you some perspective of what it costs to get high caliber, very targeted help with your business. And you've heard it from many, many, many people now over the last month or so, what their experience has been. So, really don't look to me for that, hey, I'm trying to sell you something. Look at what are you willing to invest in yourself? What are you worth to your business? If your travel business dream is not doing as well as it should, and I'm sorry to say there's too many people out there who are struggling, you really need to do something different. And I can't think of a better way to get support, guidance in the area that's going to most impact your business, and that's your travel website, your travel marketing message, and then helping get some traffic to that site. So let's look at this return on investment calculator. I've been working hard to get this information and sales and order page together. I've been having some challenges with my webmaster. That's another story I'll tell you another time. And if she's able to get this done, I will have this available for you to look at tomorrow. But here it is. What I wanted to do was give you a tool so that you can actually play around with, say, wow, if I sold, let's take a look at this. So it says towards marketing return on investment calculator. First thing you want to do is you want to put in your average number of monthly sales or arrivals. So let's just assume you're a tour operator, and let's say that you're doing weekly trips, and you're doing of about 8 people, and ideally, let's just say you were doing 30 clients a month. And so what's the average cost of those clients? Let's just say these are a lot of expensive trips. Let's say they were only $800, and let's say that your estimated increase of if you were able to increase your sales, meaning that people came to your website, called you up, emailed, and you were able to increase your bookings and the marketing effectiveness just 15%, what would that be worth to you? So let's press calculate. And so over here you'll see that it shows your annual sales or arrival with 30 a month would be 360. With a 15% increase, it would be 414. That's an increase of 54 bookings for the year, and at $800 each, that is an increased revenue of $43,200. And then it says investment in course. This course is going to cost $497. If you, but I'm not going to ask you to pay that much. You are going to pay that much, but I'm going to give you in 3 payments. I have not done a 3-payment plan yet, so that's another value-added bonus I'm adding for this course. So let's look at return on investment. In that scenario, you're after just the course investment, your return on investment would be $42,703. Not too bad, huh? So you're talking about 100 times return on investment in that situation. So let's say, well, Tim, we're not doing 30 trips a year a month, but we're doing 15 right now. But our trips, they cost a little bit more. Let's say they're 1,500. And I want to shoot for, you see there's this drop down menu, you can play around with little bit numbers. You say, I want to be conservative. I'm going to say, hey, I'm only going to do a 10% increase. And this is so possible. You saw people who were having increases of 20, 30, 50%, 100% or more. So you press calculate and it just does its little magic and it says, wow, okay, you're going to have an increase of 18 trips for just a 10% increase, 18 trips a year, and which is an annual increase of $27,000 minus the investment in the course, $26,503. Not bad. Find it here. Here we are. Let's just say that you're doing day trips. These are not expensive, but you do a pretty decent volume. Let's say you're renting Segways and you do 100 a month, and the average rental cost is $100. And you're just but you really kick butt, and you have a 20% increase in your inquiries, your conversions, your sales, and you must calculate and let's see what happens. Okay, so that's an increase sales or arrival of 240 sales. That's an annual increase of $24,000. Once again, about $23,503. When you get to this page tomorrow, you play around with it yourself and you see for yourself what that could be worth to you. So that's what that page is all about. So what I want to share with you in closing is that nothing happens unless you take action. I really wanted to make this a totally over-the-top offer so that those of you who said, wow, I've been struggling, I know I need some help, and I want to make this such an incredible offer that you can, if the time is right for you, that it's a no-brainer. So just to reiterate, you get all the course and everything that I showed you yesterday in the preview, and the special launch-only bonuses, which this grand opening period is only going to be 7 days, and it's going to end on the 22nd of November. So in that period of time, or by the time I sell 45 new courses, excuse me, during that period of time is when you're going to get the one-on-one coaching in part 7. You're going to get the extra grand opening special of the Mastermind live webinars. We're going to do at least 2 of those, and the opportunity to have a hot seat and get coaching from experts and peers. You're going to have the office hours where you can get additional one-on-one time with me on an appointment basis, where we're going to laser in. Now, these won't be long appointments, but that's why you're going to need to be really prepared. We're going to laser in on your key problem, concern, so I can help you make a jump to the next level. That is also extremely valuable. And the other thing about this is I did do some testing on this course. I sent it out to quite a few people. I listed all the things that are going to be in there, and you're going to see tomorrow. This is a long information page with we're going to list it out, all the stuff that's in there. So and so you'll have a chance to see. But they said, Tim, this course is easily worth $1,000 or more. But I decided I'd rather get a smaller group out there like you and to work through it so that I can have another group of 50 some odd people who are going, wow, this has transformed my business. Wow, this has really helped me out. So what I wanted to keep the price low. 2, I've told you the problem about one-on-one consulting. There's only so much Tim time available. That's why I wanted to limit the amount of course. And after this grand opening, I'm going to be pulling away the one-on-one part 7, step 7 in the course, which is the in-depth one-on-one consulting on your marketing message on your website. So that's going to be gone, and the price is going to go up. And oh, and the multi-part payment, I'm not going to do that either. I just want to encourage you to take action. You are so worth it. Your dreams, I know how it is. You know, we're an exciting business. We want to make a great living doing what we love. You know, you don't want to be working for someone else or in an office or doing something you don't like. But you know, we're in a quality of life business, and it's hard to enhance quality of life, especially for yourself, if you can't pay your rent or mortgage. So let's make some money. So I guarantee you, you take action on this course. Look for the email from me tomorrow morning that God willing, my webmaster gets this thing done. And then you'll see all you need to see on the course. The order page will be right there. Press that, and I will keep you updated as the courses diminish. And you know, when we hit that 50 mark, I'll let you know. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your great letters, and I've been getting so many comments and questions and emails and just people saying thank you. I want you to know how much I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I put a lot of my heart and soul into this, and I'm just so excited and looking forward to making a whole bunch more new friends and helping more people around the world make a great living doing what they love. Tourism Tim, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.